I remember my dad saying, why don't you create your own restaurant? And I'm like, okay, maybe someday. And he's like, you don't know when someday is. Let's go. Let's try this out. Let's see what happens. Let's put all these things together.
Man, you guys are killing.
Thank you, Justin.
Wow, man. I'm kind of blown. I did not think I was going to witness that walking into here today.
Hi, my name is Nina Manchev, and I'm the owner of Forte Tapas in Las Vegas. I was born in Sofia, Bulgaria, and I immigrated to the United States when I was 3 years old. My parents decided to come to Vegas and see what this city has to offer, and we put roots down here. I thought it was a great city. I had a lot of fun growing up here. I feel like the Strip was kind of my playground. I think a lot of kids that grow up in Vegas, especially like in the 90s, you go to like Luxor, Excalibur, Mirage to see the different animals and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. Food was definitely a huge part of my family. My dad cooked a lot for us. It was always an adventure because he loved experimenting with different cultures and different cuisines, and I feel like that's what inspired me later in life. I have memories of me creating little menus and cooking whatever I could put together, which was barely anything, but when they come home, I kind of had like a little restaurant set up because I thought that's something that they would enjoy, because restaurants made me happy. It made me happy to go to restaurants and be around people, and everyone's always usually happy when they're out, you know, in a fun environment. I went to college at UNLV. I went into hospitality, and then I changed my major to food and beverage because I quickly discovered that I want to be in restaurants. I thought it was so much fun. I read all the books, and we had one assignment that we had to create our own restaurant. We had to, from scratch, design a menu, design the floor plan, staffing. When I put it together, I'm like, oh, this is really, really cool. And I remember going to my dad. I wonder if someday I could, you know, be a manager at a restaurant. I remember my dad saying, well, you don't have to imagine working at a restaurant. He's like, why don't you create your own restaurant? And I'm like, okay, maybe someday. And he's like, you don't know when someday is. Let's start talking about it. Let's start having the conversation. There was absolutely no brakes on it. Like my dad saying, let's go. Let's try this out. Let's see what happens. Let's put all these things together. When it actually came together, it was absolutely surreal. The restaurant officially opened on August 16th of 2009. I was 23 years old when I opened Forte Tapas. One of the biggest challenges of being 23 years old is that people do not take you seriously. I had a goal, and whether people took me seriously or not, the restaurant's open, people are coming to eat the food, and the show went on. A lot of the dishes were inspired by my culture and heritage. Being from Bulgaria, we decided to highlight other amazing dishes from other cultures that were nearby and showing how those things can play together. We pay respect to these different cultures. It brings them back to maybe something that their grandmother or grandfather made, or something that they experienced in their childhood through the different lineages. I had to face a lot of uncertainties. I'm excited about what we're creating. I'm like, everyone's going to be excited about it, but when you open the doors, not all of those people are necessarily going to understand what you're trying to do. I doubted this idea would work many, many times. In 2009, there wasn't a lot of fusion concepts, so going to a place where there's Spanish food, Bulgarian food, Russian food, Georgian food, Serbian food, all these different cultures represented, was confusing. And you're like, maybe this isn't gonna work. Maybe this is not gonna happen. And I think over the years, people's palates have changed and they're more open, and it's better received than maybe it was in 2009. The quarantine for COVID-19 was one of the most interesting times. We had to shut down. It was definitely a very tough moment, and I didn't know how we would survive. I didn't understand that, oh, we're closing and we're not gonna open again. I was thinking, well, is it the food that people really want or the experience? I've always wanted to do little cooking demonstrations. I created these kits that contained all of the different ingredients, and people would come and pick them up at Forte. And then together we would cook through Instagram and Facebook Live, and then it went into YouTube.
Hello and happy Easter, everybody.
After the first episode, one of my customers reached out who had a production company. He's like, if you want help filming this, I would love to come and help you film these cooking shows. They're so much fun.
How's everybody doing with that?
I think the customers really enjoyed it because they had something to do. The next day I would go on Instagram and they would post all the pictures of the dishes that they made. It gave everybody some sort of a connection. Everybody kind of got involved.
Hi. Thank you guys, thank you for tuning in. This is the pan that I'll be using.
We're gonna talk about the different dishes that he created.
So we'll take another drink. And as you know, if I don't mess something up or forget something, then this is not really a show that I'm a part of.
The cooking classes definitely made a big impact.
And for those at home, all you have to do, you have to preheat your oven. I should have probably said that before. It's okay.
When we transitioned into reopening the restaurant, we had a lot of those customers excited to come in to the restaurant and return. When we reopened, had to shift gears into something completely different. I think Las Vegas is one of the most interesting places in the world. I think it's great how many new people are coming into here and actually receiving Las Vegas as a city that they can live in and grow roots here. I am very proud to be offering my culture to Las Vegas. It's an honor for me to represent my culture and cuisine in a positive way. All the new people that are coming in, it's only gonna make this town better and better. I'm gonna show you how to make our most popular dish, the Ajarski Khachapuri. This is a traditional dish from Georgia, but it's very widely accepted through other cultures throughout Eastern Europe, and it's made its way to America. A lot of people come to the restaurant and they call it the bread boat, and I'll show you why. For this dish, we have our dough, and we basically wanna make a big space to mix all the cheeses and create kind of like the canoe shape. So first we start off by stretching the dough. A lot of flour. The Ajarski Khachapuri is regionally from Ajari in Georgia. It typically has 3 different types of cheese. We use queso fresco, Bulgarian sheep milk feta, and mozzarella. You can find these almost everywhere, and they tend to be a little bit lower of a cost point than if you were going to get the Eastern European imported alternatives. So we're gonna mix that again, queso fresco, mozzarella, and the feta cheese. And that's gonna be the basis of what goes inside the khachapuri, and it all just melts so beautifully together. And what I like to typically do is start from the outside and work in, just because the biggest part of this is the crust is filled with cheese, so you get like a bite of cheese and egg with every slice. So flavors are insane. I actually did a bunch of different videos on like how to pronounce this, and when people come in here, they're like, how do I eat this dish? How do I pronounce this dish? So it's just basically the bread boat, and you can see I'm just kind of folding in the sides. You can see all the cheese over there, and then we just stretch it again and fold throughout. And for me, the most important part is you want to pinch. We like to pinch the ends so that everything, once it bakes and rises, it stays kind of in this like little canoe shell. You'll see with the final product, but we add some butter. This goes into the oven for about 10-15 minutes just to get a nice crust. So now we took our khachapuri out of the oven after it's been in there for about 12 minutes. And the final stage of this is cracking the egg and popping it in for another 4. So when we take it out, you'll see it has that runny egg in it, and then we'll be ready to mix it together. Okay, now we have the finished khachapuri over here. See, the egg is over easy or runny, whatever you want to call it. And then we typically mix it for you at the table. Then you see kind of how the melty texture of everything. So it's a fun dish, really great for sharing, really satisfying, and it has all of your favorite things in it. Cheese, egg, butter, bread. All right, here it is.
Oh my God, that looks amazing. That looks really. So, like you said, this is just cheese, egg, and
It's 3 different types of cheese, butter, and egg all baked together.
I'm ready to try this. This looks fantastic.
Okay, wait a minute. I think we're gonna really elevate the experience, and we're gonna do it a traditional way we do it at Forte and add some caviar to it. What do you think?
Okay.
Okay. Well, you're in luck.
I just happen to have caviar here.
And listen,
Amazing.
this is the Osetra caviar.
Okay.
The textures and the richness of the khachapuri with kind of a little bit of the saltiness and brininess of the caviar is killer, because, you know, a lot of people are used to having the traditional caviar service with the blinis, the egg white, the egg yolk, the creme fraiche. It's basically like we took that, put it in the bread all together, and we're gonna top it with this. So dig in. I mean, if you want to.
Caviar is new to me.
Yeah.
But,
Why don't you show us what we should
Okay.
do? Let's show us.
I'm gonna do one. Sorry, I'm gonna take the end over here. I'm gonna dip it in here. So we have our eggs, our cheese, our butter, all the creamy, rich textures on top of the bread. And then when we add the caviar to it, it completely blows it out of the water. You got the saltiness, the earthiness, the nuttiness, the brininess from this one product, and all together, kill it.
go ahead.
Okay,
We're in there.
let's
So,
get some cheese in here. All right,
a little bit of caviar.
a little bit of caviar. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
I like our food because you can eat it with your hands. Like, it's an interactive experience, and it's a good way. You're literally like breaking bread with your friends and family.
That tastes incredible.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yep. Like a pizza and an omelet. Yeah, it's like a calzone. And I do like the saltiness of it.
And you're right, it does amp up the flavor. It does really add another dimension to that cheese.
Yep.
Add
Because the cheeses altogether, they're not very salty. Like, you get a little bit of salt from the feta, like the pickled cheese. For the most part, it's very mellow. I think it's interesting because you said, like, you relate this to a calzone, which it's not very different to a calzone or a pizza. Every culture has their own representation of a similar dish. That's what connects all of us, and it's almost like a universal language. If you go to the Republic of Georgia and try this dish over there, you already have something to connect it to that's like a personal experience.
Well, I think that's an interesting point too, because Europe is much more connected in general. There's influences from all different parts of it, and so yes, it could be like an Italian calzone, but that's only because the people intermingled much more closely they were.
Yep.
That was really good. Too good. You guys want to try?
Yeah,
Well, good.
might as well.
We are Pure Sport. I'm Justin. I'm Jared. I'm Gage. And we are the winners of the 2023 Rising Stars competition. Yeah, last year we signed up for the competition, but we didn't really make it past the first round. So this year we figured give it our best shot, and here we are. Yeah, they asked us to join the competition this year.
How many of you have seen us before? Good amount?
Yeah, I think we've learned a lot since we tried out last year. Yeah, I mean, we're better musicians now, and we have an actual following and a crowd who actually listens to us. So it's a very different environment. We just had a ton of like live experience and opportunities to play together and just more time, more business under our belt. Yeah.
Well, let's announce one winner here. And playing the Rolling Stones stage at Life is Beautiful, Pure Sport.
When we won, it was honestly just a surprise. We didn't expect to win by any means.
There was lots of hugging and crying going on.
It was insane.
It was a very cool experience, just because we definitely didn't think we'd win. We always, would want to, but there were so many great musicians that we played with, and it was an emotional experience.
Yeah. How did we win?
Here we are on site. We're just, it's crazy to be here, humbled to be here. We're excited.
So now we're here behind the scenes, a little day early here in our high vis on the construction zone while they set up, and it's just crazy to see it all come together. Let's go check out the stage. Yeah, let's do it, boys.
Yeah.
Well, here we are at the Rolling Stone stage at Life is Beautiful. This is essentially the biggest opportunity we've had. This is literally crazy.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
this is
biggest
amazing.
stage we played.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be the loudest we've ever been.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry
Thanks,
for the people's
Bassett.
ears in advance.
This is insane.
I can't believe we
it's
get to
wild.
like stand over the crowd.
Yeah, super excited.
Yeah, really stoked. Getting loaded up here, getting ready to go to the festival, get all packed up and ready. Use that lead paint.
Yeah.
Big day.
Yeah,
Big day.
huge day.
Big day.
Help me. Help me. Someone help.
Someone help.
When we played Life is Beautiful, it just felt amazing. I mean, that was one of our better shows for sure. I mean, performance-wise, it just went swimmingly. I mean, it felt great. It sounded great too. I mean, we could feel and hear everything. It was just a huge amount of sound, and it felt amazing.
Yeah.
We played early, but people showed up and they really seemed to dig what we were putting out. So yeah, it was super fun. A lot of pressure to not mess up, but I mean, we've
never been that loud before.
yeah.
So I think there was a lot of pressure to, I don't know, just play all the correct notes. And,
It's always the first song that's the scariest. Once you're past that, it's golden, smooth sailing. Yeah, I mean, Monday's Dark, Mark Chinook, The Space, the whole crew there, they really genuinely set up just such a good experience for us, and we couldn't be happier to be a part of it. I mean, it's wild to see so much local love from them, and we really appreciate it.
Hey everybody, I'm Blake Lewis. I live here in Vegas. I'm a singer-songwriter, recording artist, and you might remember me from season 6 of American Idol.
Let's take a ride to infinity and lose ourselves while we can.
But today, I'm here to check out a really cool local band, and I want you to join me.
Take it all away.
What's up, man?
Dude, man, you guys are killing.
Thank you, Justin.
Wow, man. I'm kind of blown. I did not think I was going to witness that walking into here today. First of all, are you guys from here?
Yeah, born and raised, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
born and raised? Amazing. How'd you guys meet? Like, how do you guys know each other?
There was this like metal rock music appreciation club at our school, and he was like the president or the vice president, and when we saw each other,
Was he wearing the tie?
He was not.
Surprisingly not.
No, he was not.
Probably got beat up if I was wearing a rock and metal club.
Just known each other ever since.
And then you guys melded into one.
Yeah,
When did that
we
form?
always wanted to play together. And then after a certain time of our previous bands breaking up, then we finally got a chance to play.
Nice. And then Pure Sport.
Yes.
Became one.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. What's the goal for you guys right now? Like, where are you at as a band? Like, yeah, where you see yourself in the next year? Like,
I think we just want to spread as far as we can, hit other cities, like start to expand a little bit and put out new music. Recording our own demos and like trying to see if we can make a new album. Try and get that live energy, but also still have production.
very
where it's
important
viable.
for punk music.
Yeah.
I've been recording for years and I still don't think I've found the right sound for me. So,
Yeah.
you know, I wish you all the luck. Where can people find you?
You can find us on Instagram at Pure Sport Music, and as well we are on every streaming. Try it again. Hey, all right. And we are on every single streaming service if you look up Pure Sport.
What you said?
Welcome to the Mob Museum in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. Here we explore the history of organized crime and law enforcement in the building's original federal courthouse and post office. Let's go explore some of our exhibits. Hi, my name is Claire White, and I'm the Director of Education here at the Mob Museum, and I'm very excited today to show you one of our premier artifacts. This is the St. Valentine's Day Massacre Wall, the wall against which 7 members of the George Bugs Moran North Side Gang of Chicago were gunned down in the morning of February 14th, 1929. The massacre is still unsolved, although most people believe that it was orchestrated by Al Capone, as he was the primary rival of George Bugs Moran's North Side Gang. During the 13 years of Prohibition from 1920 to 1933 in Chicago, Al Capone and George Bugs Moran battled for supremacy in selling alcohol to the people of Chicago. And on the morning of February 14th, 1929, against this very brick wall, 7 men were gunned down in this fight to sell alcohol. On that morning, the members of the George Bugs Moran were meeting in a garage on the north side, and they heard a knock at the door. There, they saw 2 men dressed as police officers, and they let them in, thinking that they were about to be arrested for bootlegging. Instead, they were lined up against this wall and shot execution style. 6 of the 7 men died at the scene, and the 7th survived for a few hours at a hospital. His name was Frank Gusenberg. Although the massacre remains unsolved, it is considered a key element in the history of forensic science, as a number of important techniques, including forensic ballistics, were used to investigate the massacre. Besides the wall against which the St. Valentine's Day Massacre occurred, the Mob Museum is also lucky to house the majority of the forensic ballistics evidence from the investigation of this crime. We have on display bullets from the massacre, as well as coroner's reports and the marks and wound sheets, which show the actual bullet wounds in the victims of the massacre. These pieces of evidence were able to connect the firearms used with a hitman named Fred Killer Burke, although he was not ever brought to trial. To discover more about the massacre and other historical events in mob history, join us at the Mob Museum in downtown Las Vegas.
That's the show. Watch more Vegas All-In stories and moments whenever you want to. Go online and search Vegas All-In PBS, and we'll see you there.
I'm all in.
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 You know, we were talking about Las Vegas, so yeah, I'm all in.